Hello coders and welcome to episode 5 of our Gmail service playlist on the Google Apps Script course. In this video we're going to be talking about replying and forwarding. So the top 3 methods for today are very intuitively named. It's reply, reply all, and forward. So let's jump into the code and implement these methods. So what we have so far is 2 variables. One is a constant called recipient, and that is storing the email address of my college email. And then the other one is a query, which we're storing in a constant called Q, and that is the results from a search, a Gmail search from my college email address. So again, this is a template literal, which is just a way of inputting a variable into a string. So this is going out and getting all of the threads that are from my college email address and then storing it in a constant called Q. So we have our Gmail interface right here, and we're going to be looking at these 2 messages right here. They're both from my college email address, so I've brought that up right here as well. And this one, which is unread, is called deadline approaching. So let's look at this one first. So this is just an email that I've received, and it is unread. So let's reply to that. So there's 2 ways to reply. You can either reply to the thread itself, or you can reply to a specific message. So replying to the thread basically just means you're replying to the last message within that thread. Since there's only one message in this thread, it doesn't really matter too much, but let's just go over it. So we're going to just hard code Q1, and again, this returns an array of Gmail threads. So it's going to go out and it's going to get all of the messages, all the threads from my college email address, and this is the first one, which is 0 indexed, and this is the second one, which is first, or number 1 indexed. So usually you would do this a little bit more dynamically if this was an actual project, but since we're just showcasing the method, let's just hard code it in and just say 1. Great, so then we'll say dot, and then we're going to say reply. So there's 2 methods. Again, there's reply and then reply all. Since this right here is only concerning it's only one sender and there's no one carbon copied or anything like that. There's only one recipient. That was me. So reply and reply all are basically going to be the same exact function in this scenario. But we'll showcase them both. And also you have some optional parameters. These optional parameters are basically the same parameters that you would put in a send email method. If you want more information on that, I would suggest watching the send email video. Great, so we're not going to include any of that right now. Again, this would be stuff like attachments, or if you want to carbon copy people. We don't want to do any of that right now. Let's just reply. So this method takes in a string. So let's say got your message, thanks. Put a semicolon, we'll save it, and we'll run it. Ran successfully, great. Now let's go into our college email address and see if we got the message. And there it is. So it says deadline approaching, and then got your message, thanks. And it's from from this David the Weiss email. Great, so if we go back into our Gmail interface, we can see that this message is still unread. So we can programmatically say to some of our messages, got your message, and then when we in person read it for ourselves, we can see that this is still something that we need to attend to. And it's great. And then here it says got your message. Awesome. So that's reply. Let's just look at reply all just because. So again, if we say dot reply, oops, not replay, dot reply all, and then say this is our body, say got your message again. So now, since it's because we are replying to, let's see, if we go to this, we're going to be replying basically to ourselves, because again, we're replying to the thread, and the thread ends with this message, but then we're also going to be including this email. So it's actually going to send an email to both of the emails. I'll show you what that means in a second. So here we go. We're going to save. We're going to run. And we should get an email in now both of our emails. So again, here it is. Yep, right here. and basically I was just replying to everybody within this thread. And you can see that it was sent to both me, as in David the Weiss, and then also my college email address. Yep, and here it comes too, right here. Awesome. So now let's look at forwarding messages. So forwarding messages, you have to get a message itself to forward. So let's go dot, and then we'll say get messages. Here it is. And then we need a message from that thread. So let's just pick out, say, the first one. And again, this is 0 indexed, so it will pick out the first one when we say 0. So let's say dot now forward. So the forward takes a string recipient, and then these optional parameters are the same exact parameters that you would include in a send email method. So let's not include them now. Let's just say forward, and then a recipient. It already knows, it's right here. Great. So, but we need a let's look at this thread. So in order to forward this message, let's say we wanted to forward this last message right here that says I'm good, how about you? So again, to do that manually, you would just say forward right here. But let's say we want to programmatically send that. So you wouldn't technically really know how many messages there are in the thread. So one way to figure that out, you would just say const, let's say num equals q, and this thread now is going to be it's still going to be 1. So q index 1 dot get message count right here, get message count, and then this will tell you how many messages are in that thread. So we haven't really covered this yet, but I think it was self-intuitive enough to understand what's going on. So you would just say now q1 get messages, and then which message do you want? Well, you want the number of messages minus 1, because again, these are 0 index. So if you wanted the third message, you would get index 2. Great. So now let's save it, and we'll run it. Message ran, great. And now if we we forwarded it to this email. So now if we just wait a bit, and here it is, got your message. Great. So this will forward now the message. It's kind of hard to tell because it is within the same thread. We just basically forwarded the same thread that we were already working in, but this now forwarded this last message. Great. So that is forward, that's reply all. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.